What is going on, nerds? Today I'm playing Dudunsparce. Now, most people nowadays know about the Dudunsparce that shuffles in and then draws 3 cards. But this deck is actually more based around this Dunsparce, the Dig Away Flash, which for 4 colorless is 100, paralyzes, and then shuffles itself into the deck. I can power this up pretty quickly with Metang, which looks at the top 4 cards of my deck and attaches basic metal I find there to my Pokemon, putting the rest in the bottom. And essentially my goal in this deck is to power up Dudunsparce every single turn and lock my opponent in infinite paralysis. Now you may think knocking out my opponent would mean they're no longer paralyzed. Thankfully I have a solution that works for that, which is Radiant Alakazam. It can move 2 damage counters around once per turn, which essentially allows me to use Alakazam to knock my opponent out, rather than using Dudunsparce, making them bring up a new Pokemon during my turn, and then I paralyze the new Pokemon, and then they're completely locked. Now, of course, as I'm shuffling in with Dudunsparce, I need to bring something up, which is why I have Flutter Mane, Klefki, and Mimikyu, all of which lock in different ways by blocking either abilities or rule boxes. For my trainers, I've got a simple Arven line and research line, and I've used Arven to search up Evolution TM to evolve up early and get set up, and then I can start drawing cards with Runaway Draw. Having 2 Dudunsparce is nice. Anyway, let's get into some games. So I'm going first. It may seem like as a deck with Evolution TM I would want to go second, but I actually think first is correct because I can easily retreat into a Pokemon that I can then Evo TM, which is kind of useful. So I can Poffin for like a Mimikyu to lock my opponent and then Evo TM, which can really get me set up. Looks like I'm fighting a Scovillain deck. This is the ranked ladder, so that's kind of surprising. But I feel like this could be an alright matchup. What's cool is I'm just filling my bench almost immediately. And I have Rescue Board, which is even better. So I think I just get a Dunsparce. I think I only need 2 Metang in this matchup. Plus I've only got 2 in hand. So I just get double done. I don't only need 2 Dunsparce too. I'll get another Beldum. 3 Metang just makes it more likely I can draw what I need. Especially when my deck is still pretty big. And then I will retreat to Mimikyu. Kind of lock my opponent out of possible stuff. I'll attach Rescue Board, give him free retreat, attach to Dunsparce, and then I'll just end my turn. So this hand, while not having an Evo TM, is super powerful. Problem is if I attack with the Dunsparce now, I shuffle in and then I don't have too much. So I might slow down after that. But I still think it is worth it to attack with the Dunsparce right now, especially because he can't do much with my Mimikyu being in the active. So I'm fine to shuffling in. Now, if he's going to burn me, that would be also really interesting. He has to get heads to burn, though. And he got tails, so I'm not burned. And I can likely power up my Dudunsparce and knock him out. I'm not positive, though. It's luck-based. Ooh, research. That's even better. In fact, I think I researched before I'm a 10. He just concedes. I mean, that's kind of crazy. Kind of funny. Okay. That was pretty simple. Anyway, I guess you got to get into another game. I will be going first, so I can kind of get set up. And I start with Radiant Alakazam, which is not an ideal starter, but isn't awful. It could definitely be worse. Meowscarada. Interesting. This should be an alright matchup as long as I can kind of get set up and get the loop going. Of course, the loop is a little bit hard to do, but it's very possible. The tough thing is he's going to try to knock out a bunch of Dunsparce, although I can just shuffle them in, which helps. What's even more tough is if he knocks out Metangs, though. Dunsparce, that's a really good one to pull. I'll put down Dunsparce, a Nest Ball from Beldum. Sadly, it looks like I'm not getting any of my locking Pokemon into the active quite yet. They're just going to be a Alakazam in the active for now. Which is not exactly what I'm wanting, but it is manageable. And then I'll simply end my turn. I can Evolution next turn, and then I can try to retreat that Alakazam away. Because I don't really like it sitting there. Alright. Gotta get a little more set up. The Arven definitely gets him set up. I do wish I could Iono with stuff, although he might just get an Evo TM anyway. Yeah, he's just getting Evo TM, so it's not like I can really Iono. Anyway, he Buddy-Buddy Poffins. That's a pretty good setup. I have really no idea who's favored. I'm definitely finding some weird stuff on the rank ladder that I guess Masquerada has done well with regionals, but it's not that great of a deck. I did make a video on it and it seemed kind of inconsistent. But I guess there are some meta decks right now that are inconsistent, such as Lugia and Arc Armor Rouge. So it's not a death sentence like it used to be. Attach Evo Team. I actually think I went to Ultra Ball. What do I get? I think I get a Dunsparce. It's a weird choice, but I do think I get a Dunsparce. Just because a bunch of Dunsparce is really helpful. And then I just research, get 7 cards. That's not bad. That's not bad at all. I will use Metang Metal Maker. Do I evolve and use the ability? The problem is if I do that, you could try to gust my only Dunsparce. But it might still be worth it. I'll Metang first. No, I'll draw first. I'm honestly doing it. I'm drawing. It's a slight risk, but I think it's fine. Okay, I can't draw off the other one. However, I can actually Ultra Ball for another Dunsparce, which is nice. Just get more set up, and then I'll Metal Maker. The worry is he knocks out my only Metang, but that's not terrible, just not ideal. I think I can Evo TM both of the Dunsparce. Maybe, I guess I have to. I think I might want to leave room for one Dudunsparce, though. I'm not sure. I could get 2 of that kind, but I don't actually think it's worth it. Which is evolving first? I don't actually know. I need to know which one's evolving first. Shoot. Oh, thank goodness it's the right one. And then I'll get the runaway draw, actually. I have one in hand, but yeah, I'll get the runaway draw just so I can draw some more cards, because I'm not super set up and I need to draw cards. There we go. If my Metang gets me enough energy, I might actually be able to do the Paralysis now. Of course, I do need to find another Dunsparce, which just requires finding a Poffin off of the runaway draw, or a research for a Poffin, or an Arven for a Poffin. You know, there's a lot of ways this could work. So this is actually looking really nice. He is looking like he's getting a Masquerada, because he got the candy. Which is not ideal, but it's not a huge issue, especially if he doesn't actually have an energy. And considering his hand is very thin, it's very possible he doesn't have the energy. I don't know. He also doesn't have the Radiant Alakazam, actually, so he can't even knock out my active, because it only puts damage on the bench. Unless, oh yeah, Incisors. I forgot about Incisors. So that could find it. Artisan can knock out Radiant Alakazam. If you put something else down, he's not knocking me out. Ooh! Not Radiant Alakazam. He can't knock me out. Because he can't move anything to the active. Vacuum, okay. That's fine. He already used Arven, so he can't really gust. He just passes. Okay. So now I think I'm Tang a runaway draw first. Doesn't really matter. Either way, it's a similar thing. Runaway draw. That is nice. That is really good. Arven. Poffin. Rescue Board. That is really, really good. Poffin, I'll get Dunsparce. I can't get another Metang. I really want to get another... Oh, there's no more Dunsparce. So actually, I have to do that. Well, I guess I'm getting a Beldum. I wasn't planning on getting a Beldum, but I guess that's what I'm getting now. My Dunsparce... Wow, how do I have so many Dunsparce to prize? That's actually, like, really bad. I don't like having that many prize. That can cause issues. Metal Maker. Fails! Okay, no attack today. That's not ideal. But it's actually okay. It's not like a huge issue. Do I retreat to Mimikyu? I think I retreat to Mimikyu. I think I do. It just allows me to stall for a little while. He can start damaging my bench, but I'm not too worried about that. He already used Vacuum, so I can attach the Rescue Board. And then I'll just end my turn. If I can start getting more and more set up here, that would be great. I actually might Super Rod in the Metang and the Metal now. He Ionos me. There goes my Dunsparce, but I could draw on some important pieces, which is good. I think I should have Super Rodded, to be honest, but it's okay. I could research, but I lose the Dudunsparce, but I don't think that's a huge issue, actually. Is it? Oh, no. This is looking good overall. Geez, sorry. Another Masquerada. He could knock out Dunsparce if he gets 2 abilities. And that would be bad. That would be really bad. He might actually knock it out. No, he's going for the Metang. That makes sense. And he just gets 1 ability as well. I was expecting more. Oh, do I evolve Dunsparce? I could and then shuffle in and stuff, but I think I just researched. I do lose the Dudunsparce if I do that. But I don't think that's actually that bad. Interesting. I can get another Dunsparce. I do Ultra Ball away. Since shuffling in, I need to keep a Poffin, Arven. And I'll get this Dudunsparce, actually, which may seem weird, but I think it's actually correct. Now, if I miss the energy, that's going to be tough. That's the one worry. But I think it's likely I don't. Metal Maker. 3 energy. That is amazing. That's really good. So the streak actually might be kept up for quite a while. And Dig Away Flash. He's paralyzed. Now the worry is eventually he's going to knock out my only Dudunsparce. Or my only Dunsparce. And then I'm going to fall behind. Because every time I'm shuffling in, so eventually the loop breaks on the turn, he finds enough energy to KO a Dunsparce. I think that's okay. I can start moving energy somewhere if I want to try and knock out stuff on the bench. I think that actually is the correct thing to do. Ionos. Interesting. That allows me to draw a little deeper into my deck. Not bad, not bad. Although I don't think I Rod yet. Artisan, that will help me. He needs to find enough grass energy. He finds no grass energy, and it looks like I'm just going to paralyze him again. So Artisan gets me another Dunsparce. It's annoying having them prized. I could Master Ball, but I think I just Ultra Ball away Metal Energy instead. Keep the Master Ball as an option. Because I got enough Metal Energy in deck, right? I got 4. Yeah, I've got plenty. Now... get him Metang. So having double Metang is really nice, and now I can just start powering stuff up. I've also got rods left, which is good. I think I do move energy to the bench here. I think it's correct to do so. Now, I don't actually know if I want to power up to Dunsparce ahead of time, because if he knocks me out, and I have extra energy on, I could not have enough. I can end up not having enough energy. And I shuffle in 4 every time, so I guess technically I always should have enough, but I'd have to find all of it. I think I start moving damage to Sprigatito. Oh, he's got Bibarel on the discard, so I can actually move it to Bidoof. Because he has to get it back to do anything. I will retreat. And I will Dig Away Flash. 100. Shuffle in. Bring up Mimikyu. This is looking really nice. And I can keep moving damage to the bench. Hopefully the loop doesn't break anytime soon. It would not surprise me if it does, however. Also, oh, now he gets to knock out my Dunsparce. Yep. No, he goes after Metang. Really? Why is he going after Metang instead of Dunsparce? I think that's actually a mistake. Because knocking out the Dunsparce immediately breaks the loop, essentially. But he didn't do that, and therefore the loop just continues. Arven? What's he getting off Arven? I'm very surprised he let the loop continue. He's going to TM... Oh, TM Devo to knock out this guy? Oh, he can't TM Devo when he's paralyzed, though. So that's kind of useless. But he did get an energy retrieval, which means he is going to be able to get 2 more damage counters. I think that's what he got as the other card, if I remember correctly. So, he could break the loop by knocking on Dunsparce, but it seems like he's chasing the Metangs for now, so that's fine. And if he does knock out Dunsparce, I can still move damage off of Masquerada, and he can't hit into my Mimikyu. Now what's he doing? He's Super Rods, okay. I'm assuming he's getting back Bibarel. Yep. He has to draw into the Bibarel before I knock him out, though. Which isn't that difficult, but it's possible he doesn't. I'm so glad he put out the Artisan. I feel like maybe I should be playing Artisan myself, to be honest. Get a Dunsparce. I will have to Master Ball for the evolution. which is fine, but it means my loop might break soon. And that could be bad. Because if my loop breaks anytime soon, I just kind of lose. None there, which means there should be plenty in the next one. I just need to see 2. Yes, I saw 2. Perfect. Hopefully the loop doesn't break, but it looks like with my current hand, it will be breaking very soon. However, I might be able to take Paralyses with Radiant Alakazam, which could help prevent it from breaking horribly. I will retreat, and I will dig away Flash to Paralyze once again! And it shuffles in. Up comes the Mimikyu. So if he does not get the Bibarel now, then his Bidoof gets knocked out. Only 1 energy back. Oh no, he got 2. It just looked... No, he super out of energy in, so he actually only got 1 back, it looks like. Interesting how super out of energy in. Okay, magic. So there goes my Metang. I can super rod pieces back in, although it's possible I miss an attack now. Which is fine if I miss 1 attack, essentially. It's not a huge worry. Bokeh Magic. Who's he hitting now, though? He's gonna go after my other Metang? Yeah, he is. Thing is, I don't know if he has enough energy to last. Ooh, I knock out his Bidoof. Painful Spoons. 2 on Bidoof. Bye-bye. It's my first prize, but that's okay. It's fine. That's... Oh, Dunsparce. That's a really good pull. I did need that. How many Beldums are in my deck? I think there's 1 in my deck. There better be. Otherwise, I'm messing up on this Artisan. There is a Beldum. Now, I am going to miss an attack, it looks like. But that's fine, actually. I mean, I could try to dig, but I don't think it's worth it. I think it's just fine to miss an attack. Do I super rod back in anything? I could... No. Maybe. Honestly, I don't hate getting back Metang to Dunsparce and energy. That may seem weird, but I think it makes sense, because the Dunsparce can actually draw me deeper, and I do need to draw deeper right now. And then I gotta extend my deck. The Metang fails. Do I attach from hand, or I'll hold that energy from Ultra Ball? Oh, I'm out of Ultra Ball, so I can just attach from hand. And then I'll end turn. And now I can start going after Sprigatito. Because Radiant Alakazam can still move damage, even while I'm not really doing anything. Ooh, Bokeh Magic. Because he's going to try to knock out my Dunsparce? Yeah, I might need to shuffle that guy in. Although that requires me to find the pieces to shuffle it in. You gonna TM Devo? Maybe? Florigato? Well, that means he can't evolve this one without Candy. Painful Spoons? He's gonna move... Okay? Why not just go trade... Oh, he's trying to get the match exact on my thing. Gotcha. Interesting. That makes sense. He retreat. No, he doesn't retreat. It's just a DM Devo discard because turn ended. I thought it was a retreat for some reason. I think I shuffle in the Dunsparce. The question is, do I do the one with the energy? I don't. Well, he could knock it out with only a single. I think I do the one with the energy, actually. It's a weird choice, but I think it's correct. Just because I don't want it to get knocked out. Ooh, that's not ideal. Actually, no, I have Artisan. I forgot about Artisan. Artisan makes this fine, because I can get the Dunsparce right back. And then I could Metal Maker to Finn. I think I do Metal Maker to Finn. Do I have a Super Rod left in deck? I don't actually remember. And I Metal Maker again. And then I can Radiant Alakazam, start moving some damage off. Ooh, 3. I don't know if I want to attach 3. It thins, which is nice. Although all the cards actually go to the bottom afterwards, either way. So, I mean, it thins out, so... I think I'll only attach 2. Because I don't want to run out of energy. I don't want him to, like, end up having messed up and just lose all my energy. Which is a possibility to happen. I gotta be very careful that I conserve the right amount of energy. Because if he knocks me out and I do discard my energy from it, I could run out. I don't think I will, but it's technically possible. The tough thing for my opponent is that he's low on energy recovery and search. And he's not drawing all that many cards per turn. Okay, he switches. He can't attack with that without a gust, though. He needs to gust something, and he's gonna do that. Research, okay. He looks like he's actually near deck out. It's very possible he decks out this game, which is kind of crazy. If my opponent decks out and I win by that, it's kind of funny. Which I guess Paralysis can lead to that. Because I kill him very slowly, but Paralysis can lead to deck out. Master Ball, he's sending his deck even more? Really? Seems very aggressive to thin his deck that much, but I guess that's what he wants to do. Okay, Magic. Who's he hitting? Dunsparce. Energy reveal. Ooh, he knocks out Dunsparce. This is spicy. I think I have a Rod left in deck. Actually, I have a Dunsparce left in deck as well, so let me get that back. I need to check how many energy are in my deck when I Artathon. I want to be careful to know that. Okay, now what? I don't know what he's gonna do with a deck this thin, honestly. And it looks like he's out of energy retrieval too, and he's down a Rod. Like he's kind of toast. I feel like. Is there a Dunsparce in my deck? I think there is. There is. How many energy? There's 4 energy. I need to be careful not to waste any at this point, actually. Could be interesting to try and attach energy, but okay, he just concedes because he's gonna deck out. Oh my gosh! Paralysis for the win. Also, Live seemed to change the skin color of my character. I don't know why. It's a little bit darker. Doesn't matter that much, but Live changes success rates all the time. Anyway, that was a crazy match. It was fun. I hope you enjoyed. This deck was way better than I actually expected it to be. And you should check it out. Link the list in the description. And watch the video on screen. You'll enjoy that one too.